Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Speed and I'm a sophomore at the Dahlonega campus. Forgive me, I have a couple notes here I want to make sure I touch on, so if I'm back and forth, just ignore me. I'm a communications major for a lot of reasons, but the biggest reason I think is because of my career path. I decided at a pretty young age that I was super passionate about ministry and specifically about high school students. So my goal is to end up working somewhere in a youth ministry, and a lot of that has to do with leadership and organization, which is why I'm communications, and as well as learning how to speak and how to write, and specifically why intercultural communications is important to me is because working in a church, I currently work in a church right now. I'm an intern at Brownsbridge, which is the most amazing experience in the whole world, but working at a church, you deal with a lot of different opinions and backgrounds, and you honestly have to be pretty up to date and pretty knowledgeable about other religions and about people without a religion, because your job is to welcome them in and kind of, show them how you view what you believe. And it's interesting the conversations that you have, and so to be able to dig deeper into different cultures and how people communicate differently, and how to understand other people's identities and the way they see themselves, I think is going to be an extremely helpful tool to have grasped if I end up at my ultimate goal. We'll see what happens with that. My culture specifically, I am white, obviously. I was raised here in Georgia, so a lot of Southern influences, obviously, Bible Belt, whatever, grew up Southern Baptist, or partly Southern Baptist for a little bit in time, and so a lot of that I have noticed not only influences the fact that I, choose to follow Jesus's path and everything, but also I notice it affecting the people that I'm attracted to and the people that I get along with the best. Sorry, computer died. And even the boys that I've dated in the past, I noticed just the values and even the physical attributes and things, like it all lines up. Another thing is I'm a part of a sorority, which is kind of going not exactly how I planned, but I did it because I grew up knowing that is what the college experience is like. You join a sorority and you get to know your sorority sisters and, all of that. So that kind of culture has influenced me, definitely. I even think about the foods that I eat has to do with my, the Southern roots and all of that. My sexual orientation is definitely influenced by that. Obviously, I'm attracted to men, and that has a lot to do with, my family's background. A lot of my family doesn't, support anything other than that. So, it all bleeds in. Even my hobbies, like music. My dad grew up in choir in his church, and so that has been something that's been passed down, which is kind of interesting. Let's see. Our last question, just a brief summary. So I think this is going to be a super important course for me, and I really do love reading everybody's discussions and everybody's comments, because I like the idea of new opinions and new beliefs and different systems, and it's interesting to see how a lot of us fall under this similar identity categories, but a lot of us don't. So I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye, y'all.